Do you struggle to keep the energy up, during meetings with your team, or maybe in your personal interactions with friends or, your spouse or your children? Maybe there's a tough conversation and the energy just goes to the floor in terms of just a crucial or difficult conversation. I have been there. I feel your pain. And the fact is that team meetings suck. Business meetings suck. There's no real passion or intention around most interactions. And a lot of times, if you have something difficult to talk about with a spouse, with a child, or with a friend, here is something you can do that will just set the trajectory for that time together up completely differently. I'll share that with you in a minute. I want you to stick around to the end of the video. I'm gonna invite you into our Time Freedom Challenge, where I'm gonna coach you, push you to do more in less time, to have more of an impact in your business, in your family, by applying some systems, methodologies, and mindsets to your time. Let me talk about something called positive focus and how to use positive focus to bring your team meetings, your business meetings to another level, and to also impact those around you that you love the most. So positive focus, just by definition, is like, what's one great thing that happened in the last 24 hours or the last time we saw each other? What's one great thing that happened at school today? What's one great thing that happened at Bible study today if you're talking to your spouse? What's one great thing in this last month that maybe you didn't think you would achieve, but you achieved, right? It's asking someone, by starting off an interaction with something positive. And when you know it's going to be a difficult conversation, even in like a negotiation with another agent, like, hey, Brent, Mr. Real Estate Agent, what's one great thing that happened in the last week? You're hitting him with the bomb that your seller's not agreeing to the list of repairs that they just sent in. And you're starting off by saying, hey, I just want to hear, like, what's one great thing that's happening in your business right now? And they're like, I just signed up a new listing and it's, the market's hot right now and that thing's gonna sell. That's freaking awesome. Good for you. Let's talk about this repair negotiation. It sets the intention around the interaction to start from a completely different place. And it's this psychology of fulfillment where if you're going into all of these interactions with, let's talk about like a team meeting where everyone on the team, you have 16 members, and like, hey, let's start out off with one personal and one professional positive focus. What's one thing you're grateful for, or one thing that you're really proud of that happened personally for you in the last 7 days and professionally in the last 7 days? You go around the 6 team members and you do it yourself. There's 7 professional wins or things that you're grateful for, and 7 personal wins or things that you're grateful for. So you have momentum around the business and all these great things that are happening, and you have an understanding of what's going on in your team members' lives that's really special, that they're proud of, that they want people to know. I promise you, not a lot of people know that thing because nobody is asking anybody. I don't even know if that's proper English. A lot of people aren't asking people, hey, what's going on that's great right now? And you really want to hear the answer. So it's this psychology of fulfillment where you're setting yourself up to have an encounter with another human being or with a team that is unlike any other interaction you would have otherwise, because you're just elevating the energy of the interaction to start from this positive focus. We call it begin in gratitude. Go big, B-I-G, begin in gratitude. Personally, this shows up a couple of ways. Every night with my kids, I sit down and I say, we've evolved it a little bit. We do a rose, thorn, bud. The rose is what's one great thing specifically that happened today. I say personally and professionally. Professionally for them is school. And I make them do like personally, I did this after school and in school. This person that was bullying me was my friend today. That was Anders, my son, from yesterday. I'm like, that's awesome, buddy. Like, that's a major win. And then we go to thorn. Thorn is like, hey, what's one not so great thing that happened, today? We don't do a personal and professional there. We just do one. And then we do a bud. What's one thing you're looking forward to? And so again, this psychology of fulfillment, like, hey, let's begin in gratitude. Maybe let's talk about something that I really do want to know about, what's challenging for you right now, bud. And then well, Buddy, my son, and then the Bud is what's one thing you're excited about for tomorrow. So how can you implement these things, with your children, with your spouse? We started once a week on date night. Every Saturday night, no matter where we are, my wife and I do a date night. It's pretty cool lately because we can leave the kids at home and we just go out to dinner and we have 8 questions that we ask ourselves, which a lot of them are focused around like, what are you grateful for? What's one thing you really did awesome last week in parenting, in your marriage, in your business? She has a podcast, Everyday Miracles podcast, available on iTunes. Listen to it, give a 5-star review. Sorry for the egregious plug there. I had to put it in just in case my wife listens to this. So she has a ministry through her podcast. So she talks about what's one win in the podcast, right? And in your health, we have 4 areas that we just report on, like things we're really grateful for, things that we're really proud of, things that we move forward in those 4 areas. Then we talk about like, what's one way that I could serve you, this coming week? What's one thing that, if nothing else, we did right as a family this coming week? So it's this positive momentum that we bring into the coming week. And then we say, what's one thing that you noticed in me last week that inspired you or that you're really grateful for? I get a little emotional, think about it. I don't think a lot of times we take the time to slow down in these interactions to really think about the good things that are going on. Take a challenge to do this every day for 30 days. I want you to start your day in gratitude. Go big, B-I-G. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. I want you to end the day with 3 amazing things that happened that day. Do that for 30 days. At the end of 30 days, you'll have 90 things that you're grateful for and 90 amazing things that happened today. And watch how this positive focus builds massive momentum in your business and in your life. I mentioned earlier that I am hosting a Time Freedom Challenge. Go to thetimefreedomchallenge.com. This business is hard. It's easy to be negative. It's easy to bring a negative attitude everywhere we go because dealing with buyers and sellers is hard. The drama you take on, the pressure and stress can be overwhelming at times. So go to thetimefreedomchallenge.com or click on the link below. I'm going to train you and coach you and hold you accountable to look at time, money, and stress and freedom and your ability to impact more in your business and in your community and in your family. So join me in the Time Freedom Challenge. If you liked the video, give me the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Again, I'll leave you with this thought that just go big. Begin in gratitude on a regular basis and watch everything change. We'll see you in the next video.